I'm going to Paris soon. Thanksgiving is in a few days and there is so much to do. I can't wait to see the bright lights in Paris. The euros left over from my trip to Sicily last spring are mocking me. Every time I walk past them, they are staring back at me. And soon I'll be in Paris, but I have a story for you first. Welcome to People, Places, and Pastry. I'm a remote worker that loves to go. I'll take you with me. Here we go. It's been raining here for days. Every time I look out the window, all I see is the rain. While I get ready for Christmas, I have a story to share. It's from a woman that is carrying around a secret, something she's trying to resolve. As I get everything ready for my trip, I'll take you with me while I put up the tree and wrap some gifts, and maybe even take a trip to the ocean. We'll share a story. Every year, Cheryl went to a convention. It was in the same town, same hotel, and same thing every year. She was so used to going that she saw it as a routine, like brushing her teeth. But one year, things were different. She went to sit near the pool and bumped into a man. From the sound of it, they literally ran into each other since they were going to both sit in the same seat. They both laughed, felt a little embarrassed, and began talking. He told her that he noticed her there the year before. She mentioned that she was taken aback by his comments since she hadn't noticed him. He described what she was wearing and a locket she used to wear around her neck. After that, she knew he wasn't lying, and she began to listen. She said that he was from Scotland, and they developed a quick friendship. They connected right away and spoke with ease for quite some time. After the convention, they remained in contact and filled a space in each other's lives. She mentioned that they have spent much time together in his country as well as hers. His family is from Sterling, and their heritage runs deep. Something she admired about him, she said. I don't know how close they have become, but her words lead me to think that there is much intimacy exchanged between them, and on many levels. Cheryl is trying to make sense of a dilemma that has come up that leaves her feeling torn, as this story runs deeper than one might think. If there is one thing I've learned, it's that you never know what someone else is going through, and you never know what someone else's life is like. All we see is what's going on the outside. Cheryl's husband is unaware of her connection to this other man. He has no idea that they've shared time, stories, and perhaps more. Nor does anyone else in her life. Yet, this is not what troubles her. The interesting thing is, this is not where the dilemma lies. She doesn't seem to have any remorse about the situation thus far. Growing up, Cheryl describes her family as being close-knit, but there were incidents along the way that she describes as fractures. When you look up the definition of a fracture, it reads, "A fracture is a break in the continuity of a bone. Fractures range from small partial cracks to complete breaks that can occur in any bone." She describes her childhood as being fractured. Her father went to leave her mother when she was 6 years old. He was a truck driver and went on long hauls where he was without communication with the family. It turns out he was leading a double life, and she took his infidelity as personal wounds or fractures. Through family channels, her father had reason and conversations basically thrown at him. There was a lot of guilt, and each time he stayed for his family's sake. But each one left a mark on her, and now she and her father are estranged. Now she's trying to figure out how to swallow that reality. She sought out stability in her personal life and in her career. She found things that were concrete to help fill in those fractures. which makes me wonder if that's what she sees in the Scotsman. His family ties run deep and remain strong. Maybe that's her touchstone, the heritage that she longed for. She mentioned that she went away once to the ocean and met up with the Scotsman. They sat by the shore and talked of many different things. She said there was a moment where their fingertips touched and she felt a completeness that reaffirmed her sense of self. She described it as something that could never be taken away. When she arrived home, she stopped and looked in the window before going inside. There she saw her husband talking with someone that they knew who'd stopped by for a visit. She watched through the glass and felt apathy. Cheryl described the scene like that of being in a movie, except she knew it was real. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Now that all of this has occurred, she can't put her finger on the way she should feel about her father. She tries to empathize, but simply can't. How could he choose to extract himself from her family? How could he even think of doing those things? She talked with her therapist in an attempt to iron things out. but can't wrap her mind around it. In honor of my upcoming trip, today's pastry is a croissant. Unfortunately, I burned it a tiny bit. Absolutely delicious, and I'm sure it's going to taste even better when I get to Paris in just a few days. As the excitement for my trip mounts, it really is one of the best parts about going away, the planning and the visualizing of it in your mind. Cheryl's story doesn't end here. We all wonder about the future. We all wonder what the world holds for us. And what we make of it is ours, no matter what. And as each day comes to a close, we can't help but reflect on things that we've done, people we've talked to, and things that we've seen. Cheryl looks out at the world and wonders how things have ended up the way that they have. She ponders ideas on what she should do and is left with thoughts that she writes down on paper. She says it helps her make sense of things, even though she hasn't found the answer yet. It doesn't mean she won't continue to look. Here's the address.